Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm back with tarot card reader and poet and author Julia Gordon-Bramer. We've been talking about your upcoming book, which will be released this spring.
Yes.
Fixed Stars Govern a Life, Decoding Sylvia Plath.
Correct.
So, a great book about someone that you've loved as a person and loved her poetry since you discovered her as a teenager in class. And you're writing this book now that lots of English literature students are going to be so excited about.
And not just people interested in literature, because if you have any kind of interest in mysticism, I think you might be interested too. Because what Plath has essentially done, not a lot of people realize that she took mysticism very seriously. And what she's essentially done is shown this sort of pattern of the universe, which Kabbalists call this Kabbalah. You may have heard that term. Madonna wears her little Kabbalah ribbon around her wrist. The thing about it, when you look at Plath's work through tarot and the Kabbalah, it dramatically reinterprets it. It completely lifts her out of that depressive, suicidal pigeonhole that everybody puts her in.
So she was perhaps misunderstood.
Absolutely.
While she was living.
Sure.
So your book will help to perhaps answer some questions, bring some new light to her story.
Yeah. And people think, well, why wouldn't she have come out to say this? Well, she wanted to keep her reputation respected. She had come out of a mental hospital. She wouldn't necessarily want to advertise, especially witchcraft had just been off the books as a crime 3 years before she did this.
Let's talk for a minute about tarot, because you were one of the premier tarot readers in the St. Louis area. Nice. And I know you're available for private readings. You are out in our community at special events. You've got a couple upcoming. What's in tarot for all of us?
Tarot is based on Kabbalah as far as the structure of the modern tarot. They had it aligned with the Kabbalah tree of life. It is a very psychological sort of thing. When I read your tarot cards, and you know that I have, we are looking at what you already know on a higher subconscious level. So I'm mirroring it back to you.
And what ability do you have, or do you have the ability to interpret the cards in a way, knowing nothing about the person you're reading, that it has meaning for them? Oh,
absolutely. I think I'm best with strangers. I do know that I'm naturally intuitive. I know that I have a knack for, they call it being empathic, for sensing where you need to go. Generally, the person will start with a question. Tell me about love, tell me about money, or tell me what's coming up. And I can show them what they already know as far as how their energy's going and what they're in control of and not in control of.
So let's talk about love, because it is the season of love right now in February. And some people, I think, you probably would be able to speak to this more, but seem hesitant to have a tarot reading done because they're afraid of what they might find out regarding a loved one.
Right.
So how do you respond to that?
Well, the first thing I say is Hollywood has been really great at making the tarot look very spooky, and the death card and the hanged man, and people are so afraid of this. That's not what it's about. I all the time people think that tarot is comparable to the Ouija board or that kind of thing. I'm not conjuring spirits. I'm not chanting. I'm not falling under a spell. I'm not even lighting a candle usually, which might be a little boring to some of them.
You have some tarot cards. They're hidden under the table. Pull us out, because I want to show our viewers what a tarot card looks like when you speak about.
I brought just the traditional deck today, but these are.
So they're pictorial.
Yeah, and the idea is that these are signs and symbols that are across all cultures. Every culture has the mother. Every culture has the lovers. Every culture has the wise man or the warrior. The idea is that they represent all the pieces of our life. The very mundane activities, being bored at work is in there. Feeling restricted, wanting a new beginning.
So through these cards, you're able to help the person that you're reading interpret them and make change, perhaps positive change in their life.
Absolutely. I believe, maybe unlike my astrologer friends, and I don't slag astrology, but tarot doesn't say that anything is set in stone. You know, we have some power, we have some control. I liken it to when someone's in a downward spiral and you're looking at that person and he's broken up with his girlfriend and he wrecks his car and he loses his job and he's doing it to himself, you know.
Right.
We can have upward spirals too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and you've got a couple times, you're going to be in our community where people can actually come see you in the public coming up, Mardi Gras.
Sure. On March 1st,
Okay.
Festus, Old Town Festus is doing a Mardi Gras. And there's a wonderful little restaurant called Tetros, and I'll be there.
Okay.
And from like 2 to 11 p.m., so it'll be a good long day.
Big long day. So you can go and have a reading there. And then also Wentzville in May. It seems a long way off from now, but every weekend in May at the Renaissance Fair,
Yes,
is that right?
yes, I am the St. Louis Renaissance Fair tarot card reader.
Yeah,
there.
and a wonderful tarot card reader at that. So if you'd like Julia's services at your next event or like to know her upcoming appearances, please call her at 314-517-0158. Is that right? 0158?
Right.
Or visit her website at nighttimes.com. Up next, Soirée pour la vue, an evening for sight. Stay with us.